comment in the comment section, you do realize all Xbox games are going to PlayStation. Yes, Gears 2 and 3, getting remastered too, and they're getting E-Day. It's not going to pull PlayStation guys to move to Xbox, not with your console costing more than a PlayStation. I say go full PC because PlayStation and Xbox consoles have no exclusives and all third parties. Hold up. I'm a PC gamer, and your username kind of clues me to the possibility that you might be a Division player. If you're a Division player, then I mean, this is a no-brainer in that regard. Like, you probably will be playing the Division on PC when it comes down to it. The Xbox console right now, in my opinion, is the most value improved, most consumer friendly console that you can get, even though I will still be on record telling you that I am no fan of the consoles. But in order of the tiers of how you can look at it, Xbox console is not a completely closed off console. You have a developer mode that can give you entry into emulation, into being able to do some other cool stuff. That's one aspect. Number two, it has Game Pass, which gives you a proposition and an option. Number three, it has a much cheaper SKU that gets you an entry level compared to everything else out there. So the Series S, though it may not be as comparable in terms of power with the PlayStation Slim, it is still a better bang for your buck, seeing that you have access to hundreds of dollars worth of games every year for a fraction of what they cost. Does that make sense? Now, yes, I agree with you. Gamers should probably go to PC. It is very true. But there are some gamers who are coming from one console to the other who would prefer to still stick with PC. And again, like I said, I would never dictate to anybody what to do with their money, even though I may put my recommendations out there, and I have, and I will continue to do so, even to console gamers getting mad at me, both Xbox and Play. I had to block an Xbox guy the other day. He just lost his mind the moment I started talking about PC. I'm like, man, you're listening to the most, toned down PC, talk that I'm doing, and you're already losing your mind. So I blocked him to save him the heartache, because if I go in, he may just pop, he may just get a hernia just listening to it. And when you look at this and say that, buying an Xbox console doesn't make any sense, I have to ask you, what is the mathematical, backing to that statement? Shout out to Nervous Breakdown. He's expanding this chart and is going crazy with it. Okay. This chart is like growing on me, literally. And we've been basically looking at this conversation from the perspective of what in the world are people actually spending their money on? Keep in mind that Xbox Game Pass, and like I said, I would recommend PC anytime, any day, is $11.99 on PC. And on a console, because they added the online console multiplayer piece of it, is $19.99. Is why I want you to come to PC. But if you say you're okay with that $7 fee every month and it's nothing to you, that's fine. I have a Paramount Plus subscription that I only use to watch a Champions League. I'm not going to yell at you for that $7. I would not sit here and try to. I don't care to. Let us all enjoy our guilty pleasures in this regard, if you get what I mean, right? But when you look at it though, your access to hundreds of dollars worth of video games is insane. It literally pays you. It doesn't just pay for itself. It pays you in sense of you have access to serious savings in order for you to go ahead and play these games that exist on Game Pass, if you understand what I mean. And not only are these games Xbox games where people are usually saying, well, these are Xbox games and I may not be interested. The aspect to it is there are games that you may not even have touched were it not for the fact that it was available to you. And games like Expedition 33 are enjoying that kind of, exposure. Games like Blueprints also are enjoying that kind of exposure. And this is exactly what makes the whole proposition actually work in terms of what gamers are going to be dealing with. It even puts it in a very interesting way where it's now caught the attention of those on the, PlayStation Plus subreddit. Like this comment from 10 days ago, this person said, I think it's fair to be jealous. Their recent day ones are crazy. The day ones being the ones on Xbox Game Pass. Indiana Jones, Call of Duty, Avowed, Oblivion, and Expedition 33. soon, the new Doom. I'm pretty deep into PlayStation's ecosystem, but I'm considering selling my Xbox Series S and buying a Series X. Meaning, them seeing this value puts them in a position where they want to go ahead and invest in it because they're seeing that their money is actually working for them to get games when compared to the other ecosystem that they're part of. And it's not just another ecosystem, it's an ecosystem that they're actually in. Does that make sense? Like this one, the response is, honestly, if you're thinking of getting a new console, just get a PC at this point. You get PC Game Pass at a good value. Sony exclusives eventually. That's what I did, and it was great. Well, this person already has a PlayStation, right? That's where it is that they are. Now, people will say things like PCs are nowhere near the pick up and play devices that consoles are, big picture mode and stuff. But a lot of these people that are saying this stuff, they don't really use PCs. They'll talk about Windows being jank and blah, 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 blah. But I don't just use Windows. I drive Windows to the max. I make a lot of videos daily using my Windows, based PCs, using audio, using video, playing video games. And I can tell you that the experience is is something that I would definitely, recommend. Now, yes, you may find your issues once every quarter less. I'm just being silly with the updates. But again, it is definitely something that you have to basically go ahead and learn for yourself if you want to do that. But if you don't want to do that and you enjoy playing on consoles, why, except you're looking for more value, why push against, what it is that you're already used to? But if you're looking for value and you want to squeeze that out, then the PC is definitely the place for you, right? With no caveats, to be honest, because that value now will now require your own effort and your own intensity to be able to achieve it. That's where some people will come out and say stuff like that. So I definitely get it. I definitely understand people thinking, that somewhere, somehow, Gears of War E-Day is going to be coming and it's not going to be able to pull PlayStation guys to move to Xbox. Well, let that time come. Let that time come. You see, the goal is not for Gears of War E-Day to just push people to Game Pass and to Xbox ecosystem. It's the barrage and the plethora of games that are going to do the job. Does that make sense? Like this person said, PS Plus is just expensive for no freaking reason. I wish I had Game Pass. It is this continuous dissatisfaction over time. This person said Oblivion plus Expedition 33 is a nasty combo. Not gonna lie, I'm so effing jealous. Think about it. This person said we get almost zero day one stuff on PS Plus. It sucks. Now, why would somebody who sees this situation, who plays on the console, not want to switch over? And if they jump over to PC, I just want to let you know, and like I've said this many times, this is a serious benefit for Xbox. Because you know what happens is they sidestep the need to sell you a console at a loss. A lot of people continue to think that, Xbox spending 30% on a market front versus taking a loss on a console is actually a bad idea. For a company that is all about quickly, pulling in profits whenever they start investing heavily and changing the entire market, a lot of people don't seem to actually pay attention to the ramifications of what this all is. Talk to me in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you so much. Hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.